Hello. How do you know the bouncers out at the Acropolis are ugly if you've never even been there? The bouncers at the Acropolis could be Chippendale models for all I know. The instant they realize that you are not going to cough up all of your cash in order to tip the floor show they got out there, those bouncers are going to turn real ugly real fast. What do you think about analog clocks being removed from classrooms? You mean the traditional conventional clocks being ripped down from off of the walls out there in the schools because the kids are too ignorant to be able to tell time by reading the big hand and the little hand? You don't need my impressions about that. You already know how pathetic that truly is. You might not want to admit it, but you know it. Why weren't you at this year's CessFest? CessFest? The 4th of July show? There was no reason for me to be there. It's not like I'm in any of the bands. I wasn't performing. I certainly don't sponsor or promote any of those groups. There was no reason for me to be there. And beyond that, that show was set on Thursday, Friday, July 4th, July 5th. 1 week prior to that, on Friday, June 28th, centrally and conveniently located in downtown Portland, Oregon, where anyone could easily get to it. His bloodfather, having traveled 1,000 miles and having spent that much more money just to coordinate it, little baby punk Kid Vicious's memorial was held. And of course, I was there in attendance. And I might tell you that out of everyone else who was there, I recognized only one lone punk rock girl. Only one kid out of the entire punk rock skinhead spectrum. Just one. No one else came to pay their respects, to offer any kind of tribute, to participate in the memorial. No one at all. And I tell you that did not sit well with me. Not one bit. So you might understand why, a week later, I wasn't really feeling all that festive for your CessFest. No. Wasn't really in the mood. Maybe next year, okay? Maybe next year. But this year, bugger it. You mentioned Dick Cheney last week. What do you think of him and Liz Cheney endorsing the Democratic candidates? So you have these two staunch Republicans throwing their support behind the Democratic ticket in the upcoming presidential election. This is a magnificent milestone, wonderful turn of events. For the past several years, I have been haranguing your baby punk cousins who keep their ears to the ground, who are up on the news and current events, and I've been hounding them, demanding to know, what on earth are all of those older, hardline Republicans doing about any of this? What's going on with any of them? Where are the Pat Buchanans and the Newt Gingriches and the Dick Cheneys? Where are all these old crocs, all these old back numbers in Congress and the government? These guys who know that fraud is not one of them, is not a Republican, is destroying everything in their precious GOP. Where are these guys? Why aren't they doing anything? And the best that your baby punk cousins could tell me was, Dick Cheney? Geez, isn't he dead? So, yes, this is a fantastic, wonderful, momentous thing. And hopefully, there are many others who will follow their lead, follow their example at this critical time. And for those of you out there who are so inclined to take good news and run it into the ground by twisting it around and mangling it into something bad. For those of you who are postulating that this is just a couple who are cashing in on a trend, jumping on a bandwagon, ensuring that they wind up on the right side of history, let me tell you a little something about the Dick Cheneys and the Newt Gingriches and the Pat Buchanans and going on back through the years. Let me tell you a little something about the Kissingers and the McNamaras and so forth. These guys, they don't cash in on popular trends. They don't give a damn about winding up on the right or the wrong side of history. And these guys, they don't jump on bandwagons. Nah. Right or wrong, for better or worse, good or bad, when they make up their mind to do something, it's for solid, sound reasons. It's for real. You understand? So in this case, this truly is a magnificent thing. You never did tell us what your personal pronouns are. Well, now, why is it so important for you to know this? Are you in that big of a hurry to be talking about me in the third person? Since that is, of course, the basic purpose for direct personal pronouns. I guess when you look at it from that perspective, it makes perfect sense. This becomes a prioritized imperative in your Rose City. I mean, without personal pronouns, how else can you talk about somebody behind that person's back?